Yeah, hello everyone. It's Sunday, not Saturday, and we are going on another exploration in Second Life. Today we have a very special topic since Anatoly is on holiday and I'm on my own. I thought it might be a good idea to show some of the people who are new to Second Life how you get a little bit more sophisticated avatar without paying a lot, or well, you could even pay nothing, really. What I'm going to show you today is what you look like the very first time you enter Second Life. And I show you a few locations where you can get free stuff, so you don't need any Linden dollars. And I will also show you how to kind of progress from the beginner avatar to a slightly more sophisticated, the so-called mesh avatar. If you stick to free avatars, the biggest drawback is really most of the stuff that you might even find for free sometimes in stores as group gifts or giveaways, or if there is an event in Second Life, very often you get gifts. The problem is the creators, they usually create stuff just for the current avatars. And if you have an older avatar or a retired avatar, you might have a bit of a problem. It's not impossible to overcome. You need alphas, but very often you almost have to hide the whole body in order to fit some pants, or especially a top. Especially this one, I had a lot of trouble because I'm using a $1 Linden dollar mesh body classic avatar, it's called, and this t-shirt I have currently on is not really made for that mesh body classic avatar, so I have to alpha out a lot of the avatar's body, otherwise you see part of the skin glitching through the clothes, and that doesn't look very nice. When you stand still, it's okay, but very often you see that when you start to dance or when you start to move, especially let me turn around so you can see that. For example, here, when you look very closely, see there's a little bit of glitching still there at the edge where the sleeve begins, because as I said, it's not really fit for my avatar. That problem you wouldn't have with a so-called system body, or the one you get when you come first into Second Life. But on the other hand, it doesn't look very nice, especially the hands. So let me zoom in a little bit. So when you look here, for example, those hands look pretty natural. You even have fingernails, you can put on tattoos and all that stuff, and you will see in a moment when I revert to my starter avatar. Okay, let me show you what you first look like as a male avatar when you come into Second Life. Okay, I take a moment. Whoops. Oh, that was quick. Yeah, it takes a moment to change. So yeah, the avatar is not naked. Okay, so let me zoom out a bit. That is what you look like currently. They might have changed the avatar, but I think this is what Second Life gives you when you log in for the first time. So this is the male avatar in Second Life, and you can see that well, it looks like someone from the 80s. An old radio, very colorful shirt. Look at that, and especially have a look at the hands, and for that I'm going into a pose stand. So yeah, that way the avatar doesn't move. So see, look at this. I mean, this avatar is not too bad, but yeah, especially when you zoom in. See that? It doesn't look really round. The fingernails are just painted on, kind of, and it looks all squarey. It doesn't really look very round, and you have these edges, and yeah. I mean, these clothes are not the worst ones. So they are actually already mesh. It's called mesh because you can see it looks like the avatar has shirt on, and it's not kind of painted on. It looks like it's painted on the skin. And even the trousers, and let me zoom down to the shoes. But here you see the first thing. Look, the trousers are glittering through the shoes or the other way around. And when I look, oh, it's even can even see the legs, because sometimes you can't see the legs because they don't fit, so you have to hide them. In order to hide something, parts of your avatar, you usually have to use an alpha layer. It's called an alpha layer because it makes parts of the body invisible, and that way the skin doesn't, or the parts of the body don't glitch through the clothes. Yeah, okay, let's get started. We are going to Ajuda de Brasil, where you can pick up some free avatars. They are actually not too bad. And maybe before we go, let me show you what you look as an end result. And let me zoom in a bit, because I'm on YouTube and I don't want to show anything naked. We change to the end result that we are going to get in the end. Again, it takes a moment because it changed everything. See, looks a bit strange. There you can see this one actually has an alpha HUD. That's not too bad. And let me put on the talking animation. Okay, now my avatar should also speak. See? Animation looks a bit different. So this is called a HUD, what you can see here, and you see parts of the body. And let me show you what I mean. Let me try to remove here part of the chest. So when I click on this, see, it makes the avatar partly invisible, and that way you fit the clothes that were not really made for this avatar. So whenever you buy clothes in Second Life, you always have to look if it's really fitted for your avatar, for your model. That's very important. And well, let me remove the HUD. Okay, and let me zoom out. So I mean, I modified the thing a bit. It doesn't really look like that right from the beginning. I think it looks pretty good for something that doesn't cost you anything. So everything you see here is free, even the hair. This is not too bad. And let me put the avatar in the post stand. So this is integrated into Firestorm. And let me zoom into the hands, and then you can see the difference. Look at that. And the avatar even has fingernails. They are not just painted on. They are extra object. And look at the fingers. So they are like real fingers. They are rounded. You don't have these edges anymore. and even the skin looks already much better. I mean, you can get, and you can even see the blood vessels. So, yeah, I think that is pretty good for a bit, for an avatar that you can get and pick up for free. Yeah. Okay, let's change back into the other avatar. Hold on a second. So we are going over to Ajuda de Brasil as a total newbie. Okay, here we go. So let's see, where is the building? So this is the landing spot, and oh, there it is. It takes a moment to res in. And as usual, I'm going to put all the links under the video. So you can see here there is a male avatar, and again it's free. It's a full body bento mesh avatar. So, and it's very easy to get into that department. You don't even have to search for it. So you just click here, and I don't know if you can see that in the stream. It's a teleport, and it teleports you straight into that place. And for female avatars, you have that Valentina body that's also here. All the male stuff is on the 4th floor, so we're just going to use the teleport. You just click on it, and then you get teleported straight away to the male department. And you just have to turn around, and here you see the 2 male bodies you can get for free. So basically what you do, that body is called Max. You can't change, yeah, I don't know if you can change the skin, but it's rather difficult. It's much easier when you have a more sophisticated avatar. But well, for a start, they have different skin tones. So there is Max Gift 1, and you can see the skin tone. So it's a lighter skin tone, and Max Gift 2 if you want a darker skin. Keep that in mind. You might want to pick up both of them. So they're basically identical. The only difference is one has a darker skin. So what you do, you click here, and hopefully you can see that on the live stream. A right click, it says pay, and oh, they charge now $1 Linden. Yeah, that might cause a problem, but people are usually very nice here in Second Life. So if you don't have any Linden yet, just ask someone. If you see an avatar, go into voice or use the text chat and ask them nicely if you could get $1 Linden, because it's next to nothing. And most of the time you would, I've given $1 Linden to other people. If I see that, and you can check the profile if they are new, I don't mind. I mean, it's just $1 Linden. It's, as I said, it's next to nothing. I'm not going to pick it up because I already have that. Most of the time you get it back. So they use a vendor, and some vendors in Second Life work like that. You have to pay $1 Linden, but usually you get it back straight away. But if you don't have a Linden, that might cause a problem. I want to show you some of the clothes, and the clothes are not too bad. So you have shoes here. See, look at that. And sweatpants, for example. And let me try that. So right click again. Let me show you so you see that. See, sometimes it says buy, And this is actually buy for $0 So you just click on buy and you get it in your inventory. Usually you have to unpack the file. So this up here called Joker Sweatpants. You have to add that to your avatar. So you right click, and I can't do that because I don't have it bought yet. Or otherwise you go to a sandbox and you res it on the ground. You kind of drag and drop it onto the ground and then it gets unpacked. Let me show you a little bit more. It's pretty good stuff here because some creators sometimes give something away for free, as I said. So you even get these beanie type hats here, or something for the summer, for example. But it's only one floor. Some briefs, pants, even this here, this jumpsuit looks pretty good, not bad. Yeah, and let me show you a little bit more before we go back to our green box, otherwise they're going to remove it. This here, for example, is new. So this is briefs and leggings. That's a pretty good creator. And again, it's free. Let me see if it's really free. Buy. See, it's $0. And this you can definitely get. So you see lots of shirts, muscle shirts. Yeah, keep in mind this is a Brazilian community. Over here, I think they have some other shirts, polo shirts, sweaters, and I think I also saw some tattoos. Let's just go back. Okay. So what we have to do now is, first of all, I have to on something to wear. Just a second. Okay, yeah. Where? So what you have to do when you put on the new avatar, you have to get rid of everything that's on your current avatar, your basic avatar, your classic avatar. I'm going to put it in post stand, the avatar, and let me zoom out a little bit. So, and probably I should show you how it's done. So let me move that window over. So basically what you have here, this is what you're wearing right now. So this is avatar is called Greg, and you have a shoe base, the basic thong I just put on. That's not actually included, but well, I have to undress the avatar in a moment. Everything you can remove. Removing except this Firestorm, this you can't even remove, as far as I know. That belongs to the viewer. So all the other stuff you're going to remove. So I start with the hair. Let me put that to the side a little bit so you can see what's going to happen. Right click on it, detach, and the hair is gone. Outfit. Right click, detach. You can hardly see the avatar anymore because we are using so-called alphas. So take off. Sometimes you have to take off. Greg shoes, alpha, take off. And the main body. And in a moment you should be able to see the whole body. See, now it's coming in, and I put on a thong so the avatar is not totally naked. Shoe base, off, take off. Animation overrider, that is to move your avatar. Well, you could could keep it on, might be a good idea, but let's get rid of the radio, the shoes. The shape you can't remove, the skin you can't remove, the eyebrows you can't remove. You can only exchange it for other stuff. And Greg's eyes, you can only exchange it. So next step, let me move it back. So we've removed everything we could. Now we unpack the avatar, the file we've just picked up. I've already done that, and you first have to hide your system body. You use, well, maybe I can show you. Move it over again. So what you start with is you hide the total body, and you always add, don't wear. So avatar vanishes. We want to keep the eyes, otherwise, well, we don't have any eyes. Well, I think there is there are eyes included, but just leave it on. Now we put on the actual body, and where is the body? Free bento full body, and add. Yeah, this is what you start out with, and it doesn't look really good. When you look at that, the face looks kind of strange because you're still using the shape of the classic body, so everything looks kind of distorted. Yeah, but what we're going to do next, you could use the shape that is already included, but usually it doesn't look very nice. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use the shape I made earlier. The shape is this here. It says, and I put that in so I can actually. And this you have to wear. You don't even see add. So let me move that a little bit. No, I can't move. Wear, and look what happens. See, now the avatar looks really quite different. It doesn't have any feet because let me show you why. I'm going to add the hut. I'm going to move this back over. See, you can see I've hidden the feet because the shoes I have on, or the avatars on, they didn't really fit for this kind of model. So I had to hide the feet. Let me remove it. That's the reason why the avatar currently doesn't have any feet. The hands are there, yeah, and I had to hide a little bit for the pants. See, partly see-through. So the next step is we are going to put on the hair, and I'm going to put on so that is hair, add, and look what happens. Now our avatar has hair. And you can change the shape. You can have a smaller face, you can have a bigger nose, a smaller mouth, you can have wider eyes, everything you can change. You can change the height, you can change the muscles, the hips, everything, almost everything. Yeah, okay, let me show you that too. So you can edit the shape, and let me show you what it looks like. We move it over. So this is the shape, and always keep in mind you should always save as a new thing, because if something goes wrong, you change something, you still have the original file of the shape. So let me show you what I mean. For example, the head. You can change the head size and see what happens when I move that slider. See, the head gets much smaller, or can make it much bigger. but 80 was about right. Let me put it back. And when you save that, it will overwrite your original file. So you can always save as. That way it creates a new file. So if something goes wrong, you still have the original file. So I would always make a new file just in case you don't like it. That way you can always go back to the original file. I'm just going to save here. So nothing happens because I haven't changed anything. Next thing is we are going to put on, let's put on the jeans first. So jeans always add, because otherwise it will exchange it. Now we can actually take off the briefs because they are glitching through the jeans. Where are the leather briefs? Detach. Okay, now it's gone. Go back to outfits. I've already, well, it was already saved. So if you do that for the first time, after you did everything, you have to save it. Otherwise, next time you come into Second Life, your avatar, well, you have to start from scratch and create your avatar new with all the clothes. So basically what you do, you save the outfit, everything. If you put the hair on, jeans, that way later on you can just and look at that. I have all these different outfits. I basically just click on that and I click on wear, and it changes it automatically. It changes the avatar, changes all the clothes, everything. So what else do we need? So we need the tank top. That's Altamura. That kind of fits, but even that I had to remove. I think the tank top was okay. Let me see. I think I didn't have to alpha out anything, but when you look very closely, see this here is a little bit of glitching over here. See, the skin kind of glitches through, but that you can't alpha out because it's so small. Yeah, that's the problem. And this was actually made for the Altamura avatar, but still, as you can see, doesn't really fit. And you've seen earlier the jeans were also made for Altamura, but I still had to alpha out some parts of the legs. So next step is we put on the tennis shoes. So again, add, always add, and there we have the tennis shoes. Keep in mind, they were not made for Altamura, so I had to hide the feet. And they really kind of fit. They look pretty nice. I can even change the eyes, so there are lots of eyes, free eyes. Those are the classic ones. Let me put that to the side a little bit. So as you can see here, these are the eyes I've originally used. Meanwhile, I have different eyes. So when you want to change the eyes, you just replace, and look what happens in a moment. So the eyes will change from kind of brownish to blue. See, now you have different eyes. You could also change the brows, replace brows. You can only, and I don't know if they really change. No, they're almost the same. Yeah, I think that's animation overrider. Let me add that so the avatar can move. And the HUD you have already seen. I would always remove the HUD when you're not using it. So if you don't put on any new clothes, always remove it because it's pretty heavy. Firestorm usually even sometimes tells you. So let's get the avatar out of the post stand. Let's put on, now the avatar should move. See? Well, move its mouth. Yeah. And it has teeth. It looks pretty good for a beginner avatar. And keep in mind you can modify the shape of the body, the face, the eyes, the color of the eyes. You can make the ears smaller, bigger, everything. As I said, I'm going to put the links under the video. And yeah, let me go back because I want to show you my current avatar. So I think it looks pretty good. And keep in mind, this is for free. It doesn't cost anything. Let me go back to my avatar that I usually use, and let me show you. So I'm using a Lelutka head and the Mesh Body Classic. Mesh Body Classic, that was the body I talked about. And let me zoom in so I don't get really naked. So you click on it, you click on wear, and it takes a moment. Might look a little bit strange at first. So you can only see the eyes. And there is a heart, pretty squarey heart. So you still see parts of the classic, the system body. Oh, sorry. Clicked on the wrong one. Very good that I showed all the other parts. And this is what I looked like initially, and that is actually the Mesh Body Classic. See? And let me turn on my animation again. So see, and the movement looks different. Animations, moving animations you also get for free. And here on the side you see, let me show you, you see all the alphas. So I still have to alpha out because this is an old body, but it was basically almost free. It was just $1 Linden, no? Hope you liked it, and remember, I'm going to put the links under the video. It will be a few more links this time because I'm going to check if the hair is still available, so you can pick that up. Keep in mind, you might have to pay $1 Linden. Usually you get it back. If you don't have any Linden, just ask someone nicely and they will usually give you $1 Linden. That was it. Hopefully you liked it, and see you next weekend. Bye bye.